Last night did not go well. The game was great. San Jose State defended their territory. It was a back and forth affair, and we got our first game-winning field goal of Imperialism. And now you can see their big territory in California. It's great. I had a massive headache. I did not enjoy calling that game, but today I'm feeling a lot better. Of course, as I say that, I'm getting a little bit of pain in my head, but honestly, it's nothing. I'm ready to have fun with this again, and I'm ready to commit to this long term. 111 teams left. We're down to 110 at the end of this episode, so let's spin the wheel. For episode 23 of College Football 25, Season-Long Imperialism, the next team is... You've got to be kidding me. Colorado State. The Rams. If you'll notice, they're mostly surrounded by Colorado. There's a pretty decent chance that we could be seeing the Colorado Buffaloes play a third game in the first 23 episodes. Clearly, the gods of the wheel want to test Coach Prime and his team of NIL superstars. So you've got Colorado to the south and to the west, and kind of to the east. They'd have to push it up a little bit. You've got Nebraska to the northeast, and then Wyoming to the north. It's only 3 options. And I think I know which one it's going to be. We could be seeing our first trip to Colorado's actual stadiums. Let's spin this arrow and find out where we're going. I think we avoided them. Because if you go northeast, that's going to Nebraska. So we will not be going to Colorado today. Near miss for the Buffaloes. And a fun rivalry, too. So it's a little bit of a shame, but we are going to a very fun stadium in Lincoln, I think, is where University of Nebraska is. I don't think it's in Omaha. Here we go. So there's Nebraska. And Colorado State. So Colorado State's an 80 overall. And Nebraska is an 85. This should be a pretty exciting game. Let's get it going and see what happens. Let's put this at golden hour because I'm in denial the sun is setting earlier, and we're going to pretend that it's still sunset and not perfectly dark outside. Okay. Let's get these rosters set up. Another Big Ten team. They've only lost 1 game so far, and that was to an SEC opponent, so Big Ten's done very, very well when playing against Group of 5 foes. We'll see how they play against Colorado State. Will the Rams play extra hard to try and get that rivalry match against Colorado? Let's find out. Colorado State. A little bit of lag, but overall I think we're good. And Nebraska, beautiful stadium. Fun fact about Nebraska Stadium, they hold the record, I believe, for the largest crowd to attend a women's sporting event because their college football volleyball team regularly sells out this place. 90,000 plus people watching volleyball, and the atmosphere is undoubtedly electric for those games. Rams are going to kick off, and we are underway. Still getting these rosters set up. That's going to be taken down to the 16. Here comes Dylan Raiola, one of the biggest stars of the college football world. Mainly because he plays exactly like Patrick Mahomes, does the same pregame rituals, same sweatband, same everything. This guy is all over the place. Raiola drops back, throws to the right. That's going to be caught wide open 40. 45-50 on the opening play of the game. Nebraska has a breakaway 84-yard touchdown. The longest play of Imperialism so far. That is their wide receiver, Jamal Banks, breaking a tackle and then flying away from the defense. Just 12 seconds in, Nebraska has already taken the lead. I mean, you'd love to see it. Yeah. I mean, it's a great catch. Just bodies the defender. He's able to just sprint away. Unbelievable. 30, 20, 10. Yeah, nothing doing. Absolutely fantastic, and I really hope they ran the clock. They did not. So I'm going to sit here and talk for 10 seconds. And just marvel at this absolutely beautiful stadium that is rocking because of that touchdown. Let's find out where Nebraska is, or which city in Nebraska it's in, because I want to get that right. I want to apologize because during the Old Dominion Mississippi State game, I got that wrong. I said they were in Jackson, and they are not. They're in Starkville, and I should have known that, and that is my fault. I mean, that's got to be them, right? Yeah, big practice. University of Nebraska Lincoln. I was right. So they're going to kick it off to the 5, 10, 15, and that's going to be taken down at the 20-yard line. So here comes Colorado State. They've got Braden Fowler-Nicolosi at quarterback, I believe. That might be different. We'll take a look at who they send out there. Yeah, it's number 16, so he's going to be out there. That is a mouthful of a name to say, but we'll get good at it. He drops back. BFN waits. Throws to the right. That's going to be a completion for another big gain. Both teams' passing offenses are getting out and making moves. It's going to be a little bit of background noise for this stream, but that's fine. All right. So this is going to be up to the 32-yard line. BFN in the shotgun. He waits. Hands it off. It's going to pop outside and only pick up 5 yards. Decent first down run for Quentin Driver, who is not on their roster. I mean, the jersey numbers I get changing. But all of the other stuff, like whole players that are not on the roster suddenly being there, that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. How did they get that wrong? And how are they not updating it? Another run to Driver on the outside. He's going to get some space. 40, 45, 50. 40, a big-time run for Quentin Driver. And a big thanks to the game for showing me that name, because otherwise I would have been totally clueless or getting something wrong, and I don't want to do that. Quentin Driver. Nothing. There's nothing. Let me try and look him up and figure out what this guy's deal is. Is he a real player? Quentin Driver. Oh, big time takedown. Wait a second. There's no way. Common college football 25. Core common player. What does that mean? That's going to be a handoff to the right. 2nd and 14. They get absolutely nowhere. Nebraska's defense is stepping up now. I need to do some more research on this because the only place this guy is showing up is on pages. Okay. I don't have to feel bad. It's a fake player. 3rd and 19. Braden Fowler-Nicolosi in the shotgun. Under a little bit of pressure, he gets it off to number 19, and he will not get the first down. That's their tight end, who I believe is also a fake player, unless he's changed the number, because there's no number 19 here. I mean, if there's any team that I would hope we just get a blowout in a Super Sim, it's Colorado State. Nothing against the university, but y'all didn't gouge all your players on there. So it's just like a bunch of ones and zeros. And obviously everything about this is a bunch of ones and zeros. Speaking of ones and zeros, my God, what a kick. Jordan Noyes, he's a real player. Jordan Noyes. That was from the 46, which means that's a 56-yard kick. That might be the longest we've had so far in Imperialism. That's really, really impressive, and it makes it 7-3. Yeah, just when I was writing them off, just when I thought they didn't have a chance, they get a boomer of a field goal to cut this from 7-4. I mean, not the hugest thing, but it means if they score a touchdown, they take a lead as opposed to being tied, which is always good. So here comes Noyes. He's going to send that ball long. We caught to the 5, 10, 15, and he's taken down. So Nebraska, their first drive went 84 yards, and you're thinking, wow, it must have been a big, methodical drive. No, one play. Dylan Raiola just cooked, and the defender missed the tackle. Here's run number 22, who gets outside to pick up 3 yards. That was, I'm going to say, Gabe Irvin Jr., the redshirt junior. who's listed 4th on the depth chart for the Huskers, but he's getting the start here. And, we've seen some plays where, like, some guys have been switched around to the depth chart for some reason, and I would hope it's not a glitch and that it's putting the guys with the highest overalls out there so you can have the best team possible. That play goes for nowhere. We're getting a big amount of lag. I don't know whether that's going to reflect on your end, but completely missed that one. Big tackle by James Mitchell, who's already graduated with his bachelor's degree. Congratulations to him. It's 3rd and 8. First pressure play for Dylan Raiola. He's under pressure, throws a screen. It's going to be caught by the running back and gets outside to the first down. Gabe Irvin Jr., I believe. Is he going to turn around? Are we going to be able to confirm that? No. Of course not. So, that's a great, great screen. And the running back is so close to the defensive and offensive morass, but he's far enough away that nobody can turn around and take him down immediately. It's a great play. So Raiola on 1st and 10. Tosses it out to Irvin, who gets some space on the outside, breaks the tackle, and is still going to the 42. And back to that screen for a second, because that was a really good run. But, like, I talked about this in the last episode. Giving your quarterback a safety valve, even if it means there's less protection, even if it means that, like, somebody can come through on a blitz, you can get the ball out and give somebody else a chance to run it when the play is just dead in the backfield. Raiola on 1st and 10, hands off. That's going to be a nice run up the middle to the 49, close to midfield. Gabe Irvin getting a lot of carries here. They don't want this to just be the Dylan Raiola show. They want to establish both sides of the ball. Because as we know, the team with the leading rusher almost always wins in Imperialism. So it's 2nd and 3. Raiola, hands off. This is a different running back now, and he gets the first down. Barely. That's Ramir Johnson, who's listed as the starter on the depth chart. So that's going to be 1st and 10. All right, so this is going to be from the 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Raiola hands it off to number 22. It's Gabe Irvin Jr. again. He breaks a tackle and gets some nice truckage there, but ultimately it doesn't go for much. 2nd and 8. And this is right on that threshold where if you're Colorado State, you got to just, like, put your big boy pants on and go make a stop so they can't stretch it back out to a 7-point lead. Got an extra blocker to the left. That's exactly where they're going. Irvin pops it back inside and makes it 3rd and 5. It's such a classic uniform. I remember this is one of the first times Nebraska played Wisconsin, I believe, in either a Big Ten championship or some big game like a decade ago. And I remember seeing like red and white versus white and red and being like, how do you tell the difference? Because they both look so similar, but it's a really great look. Raiola sacked. James Mitchell with another big-time defensive play. Raiola gets up slowly. Oh, boy. Colorado State is here to play. They're not just going to look at this crowd of 90,000 and be like, oh, yeah, we're just going to bow out and end our campaign to control all of college football. No. The stakes are so high. And everyone has the ability to go all the way if the wheel is spun right. And this is a difficult matchup for Colorado State to get first, but you just got to take who's out there. I mean, UTEP beat Texas Tech, and they're 71 overall. Anything can happen. Colorado State's an 80 overall. They're not a pushover. 3 seconds to go in the first quarter. BFN outside. It's going to be a big swing pass to the 20. 25. He tried to get the speed to break the angle on Marcus Buford, but it's a good play. Dylan Goffney just sprinting out there to the 33. It's a fantastic catch and run, and that is the end of the first quarter. 7-3 in what is looking like a pretty exciting game. This is gonna stretch for a while, isn't it? I mean, usually when the first quarter you have two teams that look at least competent on offense, we don't usually go to Super Sim. But either one of these teams could change that perception. Neither team is running the ball super well. Nebraska, obviously, their passing numbers are inflated by that 84-yard touchdown to Jamal Banks on the opening play of the game. 1st and 10. Braden Fowler Nicolosi. It's a beautiful draw, and it's not going to get much. The defense did a good job of moving the pile there to change where the hole was, because they had opened up a pretty good one on the offensive line. And the running back with the fake name, Quentin Driver. It's actually really funny. I looked it up. I believe they got that name from like Backyard Baseball and Backyard Football, which is one of the like player created names there, which is a fun little Easter egg if that was intentional. I'm not sure. BFN, another handoff. Driver's going to go up the middle. That's a big gain for a 1st down. It's an impressive run for a computer. For a big mashup of ones and zeros who doesn't have full sentience. Okay, so here's BFN in the shotgun. He's going to send a bunch of guys in motion. They're going to call a big audible here. It's a beautiful play fake. Does he have somebody open deep? Yes, he does. Big time catch for Torrey Horton, the graduate transfer. It's a huge play. This team has some swagger. They have some confidence. They have an edge to them. And you have to when you're playing Colorado every single year. Like, you can't just step in there and not, like, respond, not be able to, like, give it back when these superstar players are tossing it at you. BFN in the shotgun. It's another draw. Driver, this time only able to pick up 2. Not much. But they are in field goal range. And really anything is field goal range. I have no idea what the upper range of what Jordan Noyes has is. He's a graduate transfer, an older kicker. Where did he transfer in from? From Utah. Okay. Pac-12, Big 12. He's got a leg to him. 2nd and 8. BFN. Quentin Driver tried to pull it back, and he was taken down. So this is the moment. You can either just sort of plot along and hope that eventually you retake the lead against these guys, or, I mean, you can go for it and try and really take the lead here and stake your claim offensively. 3rd and 6. Throws deep. Are they going for off-target throw? I mean, it looked like a comeback route. You had to think that he was going for it and just wasn't able to put the accuracy on it. So that brings up 4th and 6. Can Jordan Noyes do it again? This one's shorter. It's from 48 or 47. Snap, hold, kick is good. He's got it again. Automatic. I mean, when I was compiling the stats for the San Jose State-Fresno State game that happened last night, I took a peek at the winning kicker for Fresno State overall. He was a 68 overall. That is not good. So it's an impressive kick for him. It wasn't very long, but he still made it in a pressure situation. You got to love that. This is going to be a kickoff here for Colorado State. They brought it to a 1-point game, and they've said, we're not here to be your carpet. We're not here to just, like, let you walk all over us. We're going to play some football. Back to the 5, 10, 15, 20, and that is taken down. Not much of a run back there. Barely anyone has gotten a good run back. I think we've had 2 kick return touchdowns, but I can't remember who got them. Raiola on 1st and 10 hands it off to Irvin. Big hole 30, 40, and he's taken down. Henry Blackburn, the free safety, saves a touchdown there. And we could have had 2 one-play touchdown drives from Nebraska in the first half. That would have been unreal. Instead, it's just they'll have to settle for a very, very nice run for Gabe Irvin, who is quickly establishing himself as the guy who's probably going to lead this game in rushing yards, which means advantage Nebraska. Raiola sends Irvin in motion. They go with a touch pass to him, and he does fall forward there. He falls onto the defender and then is able to kind of, like, fall over to get some more yards. And that's key. If you can fall forward and you're 6 feet tall, that's like 2-3 yards easy. 2. But if you stretch, you know, the math is the math. 2nd and 5. Raiola, another handoff. Irvin tries to go outside, and it was a mistake. Read it wrong. That'll be 3rd and 4. Okay. So this is a big-time moment. Nebraska has to prove that first play was not a fluke, that they can score points with the best of them and contend later on. If they win this game, Raiola fires deep, caught. Is that Jamal Banks again? Yes, it is. Right on cue. When I said they got to prove that touchdown wasn't a fluke, Raiola goes right back to the man that started this game and said, hey, want to run it back? And he said, yes. This is going to be 1st and 10 from the 37. Dylan Raiola in the shotgun. Sends the tight end in motion. I don't know. Oh, Thomas Fidone is his name. Irvin, they're figuring out those holes. Colorado State is responding well to some of the more successful run plays that Nebraska had, and they're just staying with him. He's a one cut back, so they're letting him make the cut before they make their own move. And that just negates it. It means that he's just hopping around, and he's not actually gaining an advantage. 2nd and 10, we're about to hit the 2-minute warning, but they will run a play first. Raiola throws, caught. Big time hit, but that's going to gain a couple yards. So it's 3rd and 5, 2 minutes to go. Huskers back in field goal range. But you know they want more. They have to want more. Raiola under pressure, lofts it deep, and nobody there. He doesn't get sacked, so that's a smart play by him, and it'll be a 50-yard field goal if they want to try that. Huskers have either Tristan Alvano or John Hole at kicker. Let's see which one comes out. I don't know. Can't read the numbers from there. Snap, hold, kick. I believe that's Alvano, and he makes it. Tristan Alvano, a sophomore kicker. He's an OG Nebraska Cornhusker. Did not transfer in like his backup, John Hole, who transferred after freshman year. I mean, that's brutal. So here we go. It's 10-6, relatively low-scoring game. You would have been fooled if you thought this one would be a little more high-scoring, but instead we're getting kind of a back-and-forth affair here. Missed tackle on the kickoff, but they're still only able to get it to the 16. I mean, play aggressively. Try and get them down a little further back. BFN here. Drops back. Throws to the sideline. That's going to be caught by somebody that I forgot the name of. Torrey Horton. That's his 2nd catch of the game, and it's going to take some time off the clock, though, so they're going to try and hopefully try and move this thing a little bit faster so that they can get some points here to end the first half, because they do get the ball to start the second, so 2 field goals could give them the lead without Nebraska even touching the ball. That'd be ideal. BFN on 1st and 10. Another short throw. It's going to be caught. He flies through the hole, and that's just expert running right there. Incredible vision just to watch how the players running in is changing the lanes he's going to have, and then the speed to get there. Great job. Might have been Donovan Alley. I'm not sure. BFN throws deep. Does he have somebody? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Colorado State. Dylan Goffney. And again, once we get to that range of like 50 to 60 yards, I really have to be watching for those, like to watch that somebody's going on press coverage, because that is the reason for every single deep ball that I've seen. Every time I go back into the highlights, it's always because the defender lines up like a yard in front and then completely whiffs in the press, and the guy runs by. Instant touchdown. So Colorado State is going to take the lead here, which is very interesting. 23, Jordan Noyes already has 2 field goals here, and he gets the extra point to make it 13-10. 3 plays and 84 yards. Does that sound familiar? The only negative is that they give Nebraska a minute and 12 seconds here and all 3 timeouts to drive back and try and respond. But the Cornhusker offense, besides that opening play, has not been crazy impressive. So this is going to be up to the Colorado State defense to try and shut them down. And then they could take control of this game second half. Raiola throws, caught. That's going to be number 19 making the catch. That is Jalen Lloyd doing that. Now it's 2nd and 4. They're moving quickly after the timeout. Raiola. Outside, almost picked off, and it is going to be knocked away. He went for Jamal Banks again, and that's a fantastic breakup hit from the Colorado State defender. So now with a minute and 1 second on the clock, Nebraska just has to make a big play. Raiola in the shotgun. Drops back. Uncorks a... Oh, man, he's got to be careful. He really needs to watch where he's throwing the ball here. Drew Rodriguez, a redshirt freshman for Colorado State, almost picked that off and took it the other way. And I really think that if he's not careful here, he's going to throw... Oh, that was a 3rd down. So it's 4th and 4. Suddenly, Colorado State has both timeouts, 50 seconds. They're not going to fair catch. Okay. So they have 49 seconds, both timeouts, and they get the ball to start the second half. This, not only could this be an upset, we could go to a super sim and see another Big Ten team go down. That's going to be a catch. He should not have caught that ball. I don't know what the rules are for just intentionally dropping it. I don't think an intentional drop is a thing, but just swat it down. If you see that you're not going to get out of bounds, and you're only getting 3 yards, especially in Imperialism where you lose 15 seconds every no huddle. 25 seconds to go. BFN throws sideline, caught, and he's out of bounds for a first down. 24 seconds. See, that's Torrey Horton. He knows what's up. He knows how to get a flat route and then get out of bounds before the defender even comes within 5 yards of him. It's a good play. 2 yards away from midfield. They're about 12-ish yards away from field goal range, I'd say. BFN throws middle, caught. That's God, I keep forgetting his name. Torrey Horton makes another big catch. And that's going to be in field goal range. Timeout, Colorado State. And now they can take some shots for the end zone and really get greedy here. Empty set. That's exactly what they're going for. No one's playing press. But no one's playing high either. Oh, and that is why. A crazy sack there. They just brought somebody up the middle, and BFN was not able to respond at all. So 16 seconds to go. BFN in the shotgun. He wants the end zone. He launches for the end zone. No, it's just the sideline pass out of bounds. 3rd and 8. So you have one shot. Go for the end zone. If nothing's there, just yeet it out the back. Although that might be... Would that be intentional grounding? I don't quite know. So, 3rd and 8. BFN waits and just lofts it out. All right, so here comes Jordan Noyes. The record in Imperialism for most points in a single game by a kicker is 13. This would be 10 first half points for Jordan Noyes. All he would have to do is kick one more field goal, one more extra point in the second half, and he'd have the record all to himself. This is going to be from 49 yards away with 8 seconds to go. Snap, hold, kick. Oh, no. There's a flag down on Nebraska. That's going to be roughing the kicker, which is going to make it all that much closer with 5 seconds to go. And kids, that is why you make sure to leave a little bit of extra time on the clock just in case there's a penalty right there and you get another shot at it. Oh, he made the kick. He made the kick, and I totally called that wrong. Whatever. So here's the kickoff, 5 seconds to go. Nebraska going to see if they can get something out of this, and they will get one play, but it's almost definitely it's a kneel. So that is the end of the first half. A very, very exciting game here. Colorado State is leading Nebraska 16-10 because after an 84-yard receiving touchdown in the opening play from Dylan Raiola to Jamal Banks, Colorado State has scored, I think, on every possession they've had since then. It's been really impressive to watch. And they're going to get the opening kickoff. Like I said, 15, 20. So with like 2 minutes to go in the first half, I said, if Colorado State can score here, like a field goal, 2 field goals maybe, they'd be up 9-7. Instead, they scored a deep ball touchdown, made a defensive stop, got another field goal, and now they can stretch this and go to Super Sim, I think. Well, no, it'd be a 13-point lead if they scored a touchdown. So not Super Sim yet, but extremely close. And they're really making a statement here. This is a tough environment. I have to assume that they're playing against the crowd pulse. And he's not phased whatsoever. This is Braden Fowler-Nicolosi at quarterback. He sends a man in motion. Short pass, and again, he's stretching out to make this diving catch, and that's not going to be the best thing because you're just going to fall down. It's immediately like a dead play. It does make for a shorter third down, though. Whatever. 6:09 to play in the third quarter. BFN in the shotgun. Sideline. And that is going to be caught by Torrey Horton. He's been the target man so far for BFN. I think their touchdown was to Dylan Goffney, but Horton's been the possession receiver. That was a one-handed catch. He just slightly moved his arm up a little bit, and the ball just lodged itself in. Great throw by BFN, great catch. So it's 1st and 10 from the 34. BFN under pressure, and he is sacked. Big-time play by Malcolm Hartzog Jr. Nebraska's defense, they got to step up. Their offense certainly isn't doing it, so the defense has to force a good opportunity for the offense. That's what has to happen here. And he just rolled right through and ran straight into the guy's ribcage. That has to hurt. So it's 2nd and 16. All right. So BFN in the shotgun. Only 2 receivers out and a tight end. It's not going to be a run. They run an all-out blitz. He throws to the left side. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 30, 20. An insane tackle from Malcolm Hartzog to save the touchdown there because we just saw an exact clone of the opening play, but flipped to the other side, to the other team. Beautiful pass. A total whiff on the tackle by number 23, Bly Hill. And suddenly they're going no huddle, sprinting all the linemen up to the 9-yard line. They smell blood. They want to shut this down. They want to win this game and leave no doubt as to who the better team is. BFN floats, caught, taken down. And Malcolm Hartzog Jr. is the only defender right now in Nebraska who cares about the result. I don't think I've called a single other defender on this team besides Bly Hill who whiffed on a tackle. There's nobody else that's showing me anything of worth. Here we go. 2nd and goal. BFN has some blockers to the right. That's exactly where they go. And it's a great tackle for loss. Nash Hutmacher heard me talking about him and said, Oh, you want to see strong defensive plays? That's what you want to see, huh? Well, let me show you. It's a good play by Hutmacher. It brings up 3rd and goal from the 7. BFN is going to have to put this game away with his arm, which makes sense since his running back literally doesn't exist. BFN drops back. Uncorks. Sideline touchdown in the corner of the end zone. And that was, who was that? Number 13 making the catch. He's not listed on the roster, so I'm going to have to pull it up. Jordan Williams, a tight end. Yeah, he's not on this roster whatsoever. He makes the catch 2 feet in bounds. And the Colorado State Rams have a fantastic opportunity to pull off the upset here. And make this, that's the only time we're seeing a beautiful stadium that Nebraska has here. It's not Camp Randall. It's some other name that I'm forgetting. They're going to send the receiver out. They are going for 2 here to put this in Super Sim. BFN throws, corner, knocked away. Marcus Buford Jr. knocks that pass away, and it'll stay a 10-point lead for the Rams. Nebraska has a slight chance, but it's fading fast. They're going to take the knee and take it out to the 25. They need every yard they can get at this point. So Dylan Raiola, under center to start. They're probably going to be a run to the left for Gabe Ervin. No, it's a weak run, and Ervin is able to pick up 8 yards. He's got 63 rushing yards, and this will be the first time in a while that the leading rusher did not win the game. Because I don't think their fake guy, Quentin Driver, has 63. 2nd and 2. Raiola in the shotgun. Ervin, stuffed. Absolutely stuffed, and Gabe Ervin is hurt. A rare Imperialism injury. I believe that was Henry Blackburn flying in from the safety position to shut that down. Or it might have been James Mitchell. I'm not sure. But Huskers are in trouble. 3rd and 5. Raiola throws almost a pick six. Aiden Hector, a redshirt senior transfer, jumped in front of the ball, and he had a touchdown. He was playing it the entire time, and it just bent his hands back, and he couldn't control it. So it's 4th and 5. One more score of any kind from Colorado State, and I think we're going to go straight to Super Sim. We're not even going to give Nebraska another chance. They haven't given me a single inkling that they want to be here. Colorado State's been the team that's wanted it more all day, besides the first play of the game. So here's BFN in the shotgun. He hands it off to Driver on the outside 40, and trucks through the guy, but is only able to get like 1 extra yard from there. I believe the Mountain West is 0-2 so far in this tournament. I can double check that. 0-2. Yeah, they're 0-2 so far. So this will be the first win for the conference, and it'd be an impressive one. Here we go. BFN trying to change the play up at the line. Drops back. He's under pressure and gets it away. Great throwaway there to avoid the sack and keep it 3rd and manageable. I mean, he doesn't have like the best, physical tools, but he's a smart quarterback, and he's been playing incredibly well here to secure what would be a pretty monumental upset for the Colorado State Rams. BFN throws, caught. That's Torrey Horton again. I keep wanting to say Torrey Holt. I'm showing my age a little bit there, but 2:11 to go. They're running down the clock, and they're getting closer to field goal range. They don't need that much more for their kicker, Jordan Noyes, who has just a iron leg. Here we go. BFN from the 46. Hands off Driver. Big hole 40. 35, and he's taken out of bounds, and they are in field goal range. All right. Now, going to Super Sim immediately after this might not be the best idea, because I think Nebraska would score immediately. That's what's been happening a lot in Super Sim. But, yeah, we'll give Nebraska one more chance. There's a run to Driver, and he's shut down. Big time 3-yard loss. That's number 33 for the Nebraska defense. I don't know who that is. 33? Nope. I can't really track anybody there for the Huskers. It's going to be 2nd and 13. You just got to gain yardage. Go to Torrey Horton again. That's been the guy. BFN hands off Driver, and he's shut down again. And that field goal line keeps getting pushed further and further back. It would be a 56-yard kick from here, which, what's his name, has already hit once, but it's a difficult kick. 3rd and 15. Braden Fowler Nicolosi sends a man out. He waits. Throws, middle, knocked away, and Nebraska's defense comes up with the closest thing they've had to a stop all game, and it's going to make for a tough kick for Jordan Noyes. He already has one 56-yarder under his belt. Can he get a second on the road in difficult conditions to push this to a 15-point lead? Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is. He missed it. He pushed it wide right. That is the first mistake he's made all day. And, ultimately you can only ask so much of your kicker. And, that was close. Just a little bit outside. I think he had the length for it. Or the distance. So it's 1st and 10 for the 39. Decent field position for the Cornhuskers here. What can Dylan Raiola do with it? Gives it to Irvin. Irvin pokes back inside, and he gets basically nothing to the 41. It's going to have to be one with Dylan Raiola's arm. And he has been inches away, fingertips away, from throwing 2 different pick sixes in this game. I think the way this is going to end is with one of those actually cashing in and becoming a pick six. He sends his tight end in motion. Raiola, Irvin again. Irvin with a hole, and he's taken down. It's Boam Jock with the tackle. And that is the end of the third quarter. We are coming down to the wire here. Torrey Horton, 9 catches, 137 yards. That's very close to the single game record, if not the single game record. I'd have to double check later on. It's 3rd and 3. Raiola launches to the outside, and that was another one. Almost a pick six again, and now 4th and 3 from the 45. Will they go for it? Will they punt it away? If they're punting away, I think we're going super sim because, yeah, they haven't shown me much. Dylan Raiola has been a disappointment. They are going for it here. This is where the game is decided. Raiola throws middle, and he caught it. He made a difficult catch. Jalen Lloyd, his first catch of the game, keeps the Huskers alive and breathing for one more play. Wow. Chase Wilson almost forced that ball out, but he couldn't pull it off. 6:32 to go. Another run to Irvin. Picks up a block, goes right through the middle to the 33-yard line. And that'll be another first down, and the Huskers are in business. Look at that beautiful, luxury suite thing with all of the stands for your fans. That is a gorgeous stadium shot, especially with the sunset coming down. The renderings in this game are beautiful. Second to none. Raiola jump pass to the outside. That's Jalen Lloyd again. It's a 7-yard gain, pulling up 2nd and 3 from the 26. 5:50 to go. I mean, it's a weird throwing motion, but that's very Mahomesy of him. I mean, he copies his entire game around that guy. And why wouldn't you? He's the scriptwriter's favorite. Irvin bounces outside, gets absolutely nothing. Big time TFL for Drew Rodriguez there. Or no, 17. Jack Howell making the stop. And here's 3rd and 4. Nebraska's already committed to this being 4-down territory. They have no time to do anything else. It is touchdown or nothing. Raiola, deep ball, caught, and he holds on. Isaiah Nair with his first catch of the game. Fantastic play. And now it's going to be 4:55 to go. 1st and 10. They are inside the red zone for the first time today. What will they do with it? Raiola has 2 receivers to the outside. One at the top of your screen is Jamal Banks. It goes to Irvin. Irvin is going to fall forward, but only for 3 yards, which means it's 2nd and 7 from the 13. The crowd is getting antsy. They know that this drive really dictates how the rest of the game goes. Because the field goal doesn't help them at all. They have to score a short-range touchdown to keep their hopes alive. Raiola, Irvin. No, it's not Irvin. That's a different running back. And he pushes forward. Ramir Johnson's second carry of the game goes for 5 and brings up 3rd down and 2. Another very high-stakes 3rd down situation. This is why Raiola came here, to have the 90,000 fans screaming his name, having his back. Can he have theirs? End zone, Flag is down on Nebraska, and this is not going to count. Jalen Lloyd. Oh, he stepped out of bounds first and then stepped back in. Brutal play. It's just going to be a loss of downs, so now they have to go for it. You've got Irvin in the backfield with a fullback. Are they going to run right and go power? Yes, they are. Irvin gets it. First down. Strong safety tried to tackle him. That was Jack Howell again, but he couldn't do it. First and goal from the 6. The only downside is that they're running a lot of clock. So their defense can't waste any time. They have to get the ball back almost immediately to really give Nebraska a strong shot. Raiola, they're going to bring the house here on first and goal. No, they drop back and only rush 4. Raiola throws to the sideline. Irvin, touchdown, Cornhuskers. Gabe Irvin gets his first catch and falls into the end zone right near the pylon. And we've got a 1-possession game with 3:15 to go. Gabe Irvin. I mean, it's great. You put the number 51 in an impossible choice there. Either he goes back and tries to defend an end zone pass, or he comes forward and tries to tackle him. And the guy made his choice. Raiola went the other way, and it's 22-17. So now, Nebraska's defense, I mean, the first stop they made was mostly for pride. But they made it. Oh, no, they pushed them back outside of field goal range for Noyes. And who knows, if they hadn't gotten those 2 TFLs, the Noyes was probably in range, and he probably makes that kick, and we're done. So now Nebraska has made this a 5-point game, and BFN has to respond. It's a run to Driver, and he's taken down for 6 yards. I should really just make like dial-up sound effects in place of his name, since he's not real. Or like figure out how the name was called in backyard baseball or backyard football or whatever, and like call it exactly like that. 2nd and 4. Braden Fowler Nicolosi calling a huge audible, sending Horton to the other side, along with Dylan Goffney. And they're really running the clock down here. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's a run to Driver. Driver goes outside, and he's pushed back by number 33. Big win there by a player that I don't know the name of because he must have changed his jersey number. We're going to go to the 2-minute warning here. Nebraska is not going to stop the clock. They're going to hope that they can just make the stop here on 3rd and 2 and get the ball back immediately. 4, 3, 2, 1. They're not going to run the play. It's the 2-minute warning. Well, if you're Nebraska, here's your season. I mean, technically you could allow one more first down, but you want to have all 3 timeouts when you need a touchdown to win. So they have to make a stop here. Quentin Driver. And that he made it. He got through the first tackle. I was loading up a one-liner to end all one-liners. And that, 23's down and hurt. Oh, that's not good. He's a good player. If I can figure out his name. I can't. He's talented, though. 1st and 10. It's timeout time. It's going to be a run outside, taken down. There's the first timeout for Nebraska. It's going to have to be a, smash and grab, run and shoot situation for Dylan Raiola if they get the ball back. So here's BFN. Another run to Driver. Driver poked outside, and he's taken down. Loss of 2. Timeout, Cornhuskers. All they have to do is make one more stop. They have to stop a player who is not real from gaining 10 yards here. Can they do it? They send the running back out. They're going to throw on 3rd and 9. BFN waits. Under pressure. Throws it. And it's picked off. Number 33, the mystery man. Who are you? What is your name? Football gods, give me the name so I can congratulate this man on his incredible defensive effort. What is your name? What is your name? Right. I think it's right. Sierra Wright. Javin Wright, sorry. Uh, he's not on the roster. But he is real in Nebraska's hearts. Javin Wright gives them the ball at the 38, and that solves the time problem because they're already there. Raiola on the first play fires a missile to the right side, and it's incomplete. Threw it too high. And now you have to worry a little bit about time on the other end because a touchdown would only put you up by 2 or 3 points, and Colorado State has all 3 timeouts and one of the best kickers we've seen so far in Imperialism. So it's 2nd and 10. Raiola in the shotgun. Short throw, caught, and that's going to run some time. Jamal Banks falls forward and gains 7. They're still 31 yards away from the precious pay dirt that could keep their Imperialism campaign alive. They'd be the first Big Ten team to lose to a Group of 5 school. They don't want that kind of ignominy. Or infamy. That's the better word. Infamy. We'll just go with infamy. Raiola on 3rd and 3. Throws quickly. Knocked away by Dom Jones. That was a touchdown. That was a beaten corner on press coverage. And he just stuck up his hand and said, "Not today." 4th down and 3. Raiola, season on the line, throws outside and it's knocked away, and that is your ball game. I didn't see who got the pass breakup, but Colorado State's going to kneel the ball here, and Nebraska will not call timeout. And the Colorado State Rams, despite almost blowing it at the end, they will advance, and they will immediately take on one of the largest territories in the game. What an upset. Braden Fowler Nicolosi, 281 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. A really great showing from him. Fantastic showing from Torrey Horton, the receiver. Dylan Goffney also had a big play, which you're seeing on your screen right now. That was the opening play to Jamal Banks, and that was the high water moment for Nebraska. You got to say it. And the Colorado State Rams leave open the possibility of playing their rivalry match against Colorado later on, because now they have the territory to match them. And let's show that territory to you right now. Let's pull up the map, baby. And the page died. But we got it back. So we're going to pull this over here. Got this. Boom. Boom. There we go. And Nebraska. Great stadium, great quarterback, great atmosphere. You didn't do a good job. You didn't do a great job. So, bye-bye. And we're going to go down here and select this. Got this. Bup, bup. 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 Okay, there we go. Let's grab that logo and make it huge. Yeah, that's more like it. Let's put it right there. We gotta make it smaller. And there we go. I've been wanting some big seismic changes to the map, and that's a pretty big one. Nebraska is gone, and Colorado State takes their place. That's the end of this episode, and I will see y'all tomorrow night. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.